Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the 44th Parallel Podcast. It's our very first episode. Got me, Goody. We got our man over here, Bourbon Mountain Man, aka Mark. Mark, how you doing
How's it
tonight?
going? I'm doing good, Goody. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, been talking about doing a podcast with this man pretty much ever since we did the episode on Southside Stories. It's finally came to fruition. My man got some good internet finally. He can handle it
Yes,
from his
sir.
home base. So let's dive right into it. So some of the things we're going to be talking about tonight are we're going to be telling you guys a little bit about ourselves, what we do, how we came to know each other. So I'll start with who I am. Most of you guys probably know me. Some of you guys won't. If you're from the Bourbon Mountain Facebook page, uh, so I'm Goody or Ethan. Most people call me Goody. I'm 24 years old. I just moved to Maine for a job promotion. I've been here for about 2 weeks. I'm from Michigan. Lived in Michigan my whole life until recently. Um, I've been streaming and doing podcasts for 3 or 4 years now. This is my fourth podcast. I started out a long time ago doing the Gork Show with me and one of my friends that I met through gaming, and then he just wasn't feeling the podcast, didn't want to do it, so I rebranded to Specs and Sports, which most of you guys know and love. Me and my buddy Jay Mills did that for a long time. He's also from Michigan. We also met through gaming, but then we were able to connect in person because he was from Michigan. Um, did that for a while. We were a little inconsistent. Brought it back several times, and then that led me to Southside Stories. That was with me and all the homies. That we were really consistent there for a while, a long while, and then everyone just kind of life happened. Everyone kind of went their own way. There was six of us every week. It's a lot of people to keep together like that. So that ended up fading out. We brought it back a few times. I think our last episode we did was in June. We probably will bring Southside Stories back eventually. Just got to work out some details with the people and see who's all willing to come back and do it. But that brings us here to the 44th parallel. So I think Mark, you were no, you weren't on the last episode, but you were on one of the last episodes of Southside Stories. That was a
From what I
hell of
recall,
an
yeah.
episode. That was a hell of an
Yeah.
episode. If y'all tuned in for that, you know we had a good time that night.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit too good of a time, but that's all right.
It was a very long day. It was a very long night.
It was a long next day for you, but
Yeah, it was.
I had to drive
For
all the way
anyone.
home.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, this is my first podcast. Well, I guess technically it'd be a second time ever with podcast, apart from that one that we did with you earlier. I am Michigan born and raised. We spent a good 14 years in North Carolina, and then we came back a few years ago, 2 years ago actually. And well, as far as podcasts go, it's my first one, so that's all I can really talk about. We started doing Bourbon Mountain Productions. Started up a business here in the garage here at the house, and eventually led into me meeting Ethan through a buddy of mine who lived in the neighborhood downstate. So yeah, how did we meet? That's right, we were delivering venison, if I
Yep,
recall.
yep.
Yep. Not my Well, it was not my venison. It was my buddy got that deer, but He's like, hey, hop in the car. I gotta go. I gotta take some venison to my boss. So first time I met Ethan he was standing out his front door, and we were hauling in a box of, I don't know, 20 pounds of venison.
I don't know if it was 20 pounds, but it was a lot.
It was a heavy box.
But I mean, you don't turn down free venison. You know what I mean?
Nope. I can't believe he was giving it away.
I know. He ran out of room. So, I mean, I wasn't complaining. My freezer wasn't complaining either.
Yeah.
Hi, Katie.
Yeah, it was about 20 pounds.
So, so Mark and Jake brought me some venison. We ended up sitting out in the driveway for like 30 minutes, just the three of us talking. And
yeah, it was like a Michigan goodbye right at the start. You know,
yeah,
it was like,
exactly.
hey, we're just dropping this off, but let's hang out here for 30 more minutes and talk more crap. Yeah.
Yep. That's when I knew. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get along with this guy. So then we went. We started.
Second time we hung out was
a little bit.
Second time was on a golf course, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
Mm.
Which that was for Jake's birthday, right? Or was that Garland?
No, that was Garland. That was Garland.
Okay. Yeah. So Jake and I came up to his neck of the woods, played some golf, made a day trip.
Yep, it was a burn too.
Yep. Really good time. Beautiful golf course, good company.
100%.
That bitch was pristine, bitch. That bitch.
Exactly. Yep. We ended up having to rush towards the end, though. I do remember that because the people in front of us were slow as shit, and we started running out of daylight. So we ended up just going around them because they didn't get the idea of.
We skipped hole 15 trying to make it to 18, and then we still couldn't, I don't think, even properly play 18 out. It was.
Now we were able to, frustrated. But I think you and I were the only ones that finished it.
Yeah, that's right. No, because Katie was with us and she stayed in the cart for the rest of the round there.
Yeah. Because that's what happened. So after we skipped that whole we did a scramble the rest of the time just to make it quicker.
Yep. I thought hitting off the ladies' tees for the next few holes was going to help, but I just can't play golf, and neither can my wife. Love you, Katie.
Shots fired. But yeah, we went golfing, started talking a lot more. Well, we have way too many group chats. Send all kinds of random shit in. The three of us pretty much talk every day.
Yeah, you got to check the Facebook, the Instagram, the group chat, just regular messages, the Discord to find out where the last conversation left off at. So
the other Facebook.
Yes, yeah, actually, yes. Yeah. Yep. I found a fondness for this guy, and we've been in contact ever since. Oh God.
Rain check on that tattoo, eh?
So something funny happened with my wife's Facebook. She's sending messages, but it's only going through the Bourbon Mountain Messenger app now to who she sends messages to. And I've been, I guess, interceding on a conversation my wife and one of her coworkers were having. Oh, okay. Yep. Anyway. I'm not paying for a tattoo, Carrie. I'm sorry. Or any game. Yeah, really any game. Just so you know.
Damn. All right. So, Mark, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I run Bourbon Mountain Productions, which is essentially a laser engraving / woodworking company. We really don't do woodworking as much anymore from when we started off with, because the laser engraving bit took off a little bit more than I imagined. So that keeps me pretty much busy. Anywhere from laser engraving cups to, well, shoot, we got one here, like coasters, wooden signs, wooden address signs, acrylic address signs. Like we recently sent off one to some communities.
Still unpacking, but
Oh yeah, like the wooden address sign you can see there.
Damn, big boy.
Gifts, engravables of all sorts, really. And that's what we do there. We got 3 machines up and running all the time. 4 machines total here. Our largest machine goes 40 inches by 63 inches, and that's what we do our wooden signs at. Pretty big platform, and we have a rotary tool for anything that's cylindrical. So like the tumblers, like candles, anything like that. We can engrave glass, metal, plastic, wood, leather. Well, pretty much anything that's not going to put off a harmful fume. Some things do produce a toxic fume that we pump outside the shop, and anything that's going to produce toxic fumes, I don't touch. So if you're looking for that, I'm not going to do it. But anything that's safe to the environment, we'll burn up.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So my day job is, as of recently, I'm a district community manager. So I manage 2 modular home communities over here in Augusta, Maine. Prior to that, I was a maintenance supervisor back in Michigan. I've been with this company for almost 4 years now. Started actually as a contractor for them, and then the manager at the community I used to work at the time let us know that she was looking for a maintenance supervisor. One of the guys I worked with was thinking about taking it. He ended up deciding against it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. Why not? Got the job, went really well, learned a lot there. Had that property down to a T pretty much, and then took the classes that the company promoted to get you promoted. Waited about a year and a half, had several applications put in, a couple interviews fall through, and then this opportunity finally came to fruition. So here I am now in Augusta, Maine. Aside from this, I do some dev work on the side. I develop game servers for 5M, Roblox, DayZ, Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been doing that for about 3 years, and then obviously I stream. I do podcasting. I game, stream that. I have a good time. Just try to have fun, hang out with the boys. Love golfing, fishing, hunting.
Tattoos.
Oh yeah, tattoos for sure.
Yeah, Kerry, that's the guy you gotta chat with, not me.
Yeah, this was supposed to be done by now, but kind of got.
It's hard when your personal artist is 1,000 miles away.
Yeah. Well, and actually, so the day it was supposed to get finished, because she was unable to finish it in the one appointment, was my first day of work here in Augusta. So that kind of sucked.
Worth a call out, run back to Michigan real quick,
Right.
get your tattoo finished.
Vroom, vroom.
Got a question for you.
Yeah, I see that. So before we came back to Michigan, I was an assistant warehouse manager at Martin Brower. We worked North Carolina. We primarily delivered to McDonald's. And before the assistant warehouse manager position, I was obviously supervisor, but on the floor, shipping packages out, order picker. And well, I loved every aspect of that job. I really did, all the way up until it ended and we moved here. But it was a fun experience for me. I learned a lot, and I think a lot of what I learned in that job applies very well to running my own business here.
What's your goals for your business?
Well,
And you don't
over
have
the
to
next
speak financially or anything like that, just like overall.
over the next few years, I'm looking to be able to be a business that can employ, uh, up to 10 to 15 people, part timers, or even people from school. I'd like to grow and be an actual positive impact in the economy. Uh, Obviously, if it was just a personal goal, making just enough to be able to afford what I have here, that would be my own personal, obviously, uh, shooting goal. But I would like to contribute to the community here, the economy in general, and be able to, like I said, employ and teach this craft to other people. It, it doesn't take too much to learn, but it does take it does take a lifetime to master. I think there's a lot of different aspects and tricks and knowledge that goes behind the proper usage of lasers and the software that comes with it. It'd be nice to see a Bourbon Mountain develop into that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So you were talking about like a personal goal. Do you look at that as like a stepping stone to where you want to be? Like if you hit that point, you know that this is something you can keep growing and continue pushing towards.
No, absolutely. So like I said, my personal goal was to be able to work this business and have Bourbon Mountain Productions provide for my family. That means bringing my wife home to work full time here would be great. And then that's essentially achieving that goal. And then the next step would be to create jobs for uh, the community.
Awesome. All right. So while we're on the subject of laser engraving and Bourbon Mountain Productions, do you have anything laying around from like when you first started
Ooh, first started.
compared to, or like, early on compared to something that you recently did that we can, show your progress and how you've grown?
Well, use up some mic time here for a second to keep talking. Let me pull up some photos. I forgot to do that. I do not have
Yep, all good.
anything laying around.
All good, all good. Guys, we do hope you're enjoying this first episode of the 44th Parallel. And just so you guys know, we will be going live every Saturday at 8 p.m. going forward. We're looking to be consistent with this, continue to grow the podcast. Eventually, we're going to be having guests on here to speak about different things. We're working on an intro right now, video as well as music. Credit to our producer, DBN, in the background. He's going to be making the song for us. And actually, matter of fact, while Mark is getting these pictures around, D, why don't you pop in and then play a little snippet of one of your songs?
For sure, for sure. Let's see. Matter of fact, do this one.
You go all the way down to the bottom.
All you niggas got jokes.
One you ever heard in a long time, guaranteed.
Dick in a bitch, he strokes. Make that way blow. Body got flipped like Joe.
Oh.
Know that nigga was hoe.
Yeah.
Bullet hoes. Make sure he don't float. All you niggas got jokes. Since I'm through with throat. Dick in a bitch, he strokes. Make that way blow. Body got flipped like Joe. Know that nigga was hoe. Send them bullet hoes. Make sure he don't float. We not the same. Look at the team. Yeah, all us winning. Yeah. Iceboxing.
Yeah.
Listen, DB.
I like to think in the long history of
I
the
ain't
world,
heard this one in a minute.
Yeah, this one, man.
It's not on my new phone. I gotta put it on my new phone.
This one brings back memories.
Where they at, bringing bricks to the south. Play with me and get hit in his mouth. Fourth quarter, I'm knowing the route. DB say break it, they going all out. Jake Mills, go and hit him with a spec step. Too cold, like the ops need a heat check. Watch Goody hit dude with a right left. Like catch some Z's and he slab. No fire exit, you trap. Just spark a bone and relax. Like CPUs, I'm gon' crash. Resilience, I bounce back. Now, who you really know coming clutch like me with a brand new dime and a fresh white tee. Corona with lime and a G16 like it's woods on time and they hunting for me. Capital P for the pressure I'm putting on people who personally block my path. Dunk on their ass, get you some money and do it again like run that back. Give me the cash, I got a weapon to blast. Drop the location to spaz, goody with that. Bought a new shotty that fuck up the body and front through the back. Capital P for the pressure I'm putting on people who personally block my path. Dunk on their ass, get you some money and do it again like run that back. Give me the cash, I got a weapon to blast. Drop the location to spaz, goody with that. Bought a new shotty that fuck up the body and front through the back. Look, cut them all in 4K, they shook. Flying knee to the face, he cooked. Rules to the streets, ain't got no book. Specs and sports, this shit too tough. When we speak, don't interrupt. Ain't no rushing me, shut up. Might have a problem with saying I'm done, but won't let them say that I'm gone. My boy killing it, I got a bomb. My boy grilling shit, shorty got buns, oh lord. You wanna step in this ring, you sure? Minka, beat the boy gorilla. He turned up his beat some more. Doing things you never seen before. Somebody turned the uncensored on. Wow. Capital P for the pressure I'm putting on people who personally block my path. Dunk on their ass, get you some money and do it again like run that back. Give me the cash, I got a weapon to blast. Drop the location to spaz, goody with that. Bought a new shotty that fuck up the body and front through the back. Capital P for the pressure I'm putting on people who personally block my path. Dunk on their ass, get you some money and do it again like run that back.
Thank you.
Give me the cash, I got a weapon to blast. Drop the location to spaz, goody with that. Bought a new shotty that fuck up the body and front through the back.
No ammo.
Appreciate
Time for
that.
a cigar break then. As I like to think, in the long history of the world, that there are
Yeah,
only
man.
So
Fucking
a little
love
bit of
that song.
story to that
Yeah,
song.
it's on my
That
new-
was for my second podcast, Specs in Sports. B wrote that song and produced and mixed and mastered it in a week.
Yeah, dog.
So now we're gonna have him cook something up for the 44th parallel. It's gonna be good.
I want that same Call of Duty zombies intro though. That maybe a little different, but I want that same thing. It's awesome.
Yeah, you guys stick with that like kind of vibe.
Bro, I fucking love when I chop that up. I took like 3 different fucking old games, old sentences from that game or some shit and chopped them all up.
I remember how creative you were with that too, because like you took stuff from like the 5M server from us playing COD together, like like when we did the ILA shit, and I was like, I got a bomb, like yeah, like bro, that was awesome.
Shit. Yeah, that was funny to me. You made that whole scenario in the city. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you don't want to do that. I got a bomb, my boy." Like, wait, what the fuck? Where'd you get a grenade?
Yup. That was good times, man.
Yeah, man.
How's everyone liking the podcast so far? Does anyone have any questions for us? Any suggestions? This is our first episode, so you know it's gonna be there's gonna be some growing pains. We're gonna just keep pushing though. We're gonna keep improving, and we're gonna be consistent and just continue growing. And then he got those pictures, and therefore you now D.
All right, solid. Yeah.
Mark, I need you to put one more picture in there.
Depends. Which one are you talking about?
With the old logo.
Oh yeah. You surprised I still kept it?
No, it's where you started, guy.
Oh, here we go. We'll just do this. I lied.
Did I keep?
Oh wow.
There it is.
There we go.
Before this adventure, I wasn't very. I'm truly still not. A tech geek. Very
All right,
magical
choose your
on the
next.
computer.
Choose your next words carefully, motherfucker.
Choose your next words carefully.
No, I know the software that I've learned, and that's.
Damn.
I'm really good at that.
Here, D,
But
do it. I got you.
I'm lost when I'm looking at
Solid.
this screen.
I put it in the wrong fucking place.
All right. So this is your early work, correct?
Yep, that was us getting ready for our first show. That was the show we went to. That was me just playing around.
Then this is the original Bourbon Mountain Productions logo.
First design I ever put together, actually.
And then this is some of his more current work.
That was fun.
Some swords for the kiddos.
Yeah.
And then this is the logo now. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about the new logo and how that came about?
Okay. Three Little Chicks, just so you know, Jack and Coke. Not my go-to, but it's a good fallback. So after that last podcast where we all had way too much fun, I think somewhere in the middle of that podcast, actually, somebody asked me if I wanted an updated logo. I think maybe, or was it slightly before that? It was a long day of drinking, so I'm not sure the time.
All right, so look, you told me that you were working on a new logo, and I was like, "Oh, I got you. Say less." And you're like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I got a guy for that." And you're like, "No, we're working on this. It's turning out really good." And I was like, "Just trust me. Just give me a second." And you're like, "I don't know. I really like what we got going on." And I was like, "All right, just let me see what I can do for you." So
yeah, so we were looking on kind of making it a little bit more simplistic. Let's see if I can send this on here. So we were trying to do like a branding logo, a little bit more simplistic, and I was using the software that I use for the same thing I use for the laser. It's all black and white because that's what I mean. It's duotone. That's all we work with. And yeah, I was telling Goody about that. I remember that now, and you're like, oh yeah, hold on a sec. Let me just. Oh, here it is. Like it was nothing. Like it was just. Yep. He contacted his guy, and he come back with two amazing logos, and honestly, the American flag in the background, I absolutely love that one. I was like, that is definitely the way we're rolling.
All right, then just so everyone can see, this is what they were working on. I understand.
We still end up using it.
Yep,
It's on our sleeves. Yep. She was, yes.
It's a good logo. I just I wanted to help a brother out.
I can't use her government name. So my wife was actually truly offended because she was actually really mad when I told her. I said, hey, yeah, Fire created a new logo for us, and she's like, excuse me.
And then she saw it, and then what'd she say?
Oh, she's all for it. She's like, holy crap, that's actually pretty awesome. We were actually in the process of getting shirts made, and it was taking a little bit longer than we expected. And in that process, we're like, hey, I emailed the girl we get our shirts made from, and can we slide this in? I don't know if our shirts are made yet, but can we slide this in before our shows come up this year? And yeah, it worked out good because she was like just turning around and getting to our shirts. So we had our new logo on our shirts before we had Alpenfest. Well, Alpenfest started the circuit, I would officially say, but we missed one show that we did the car show in Lewiston, and then by the time we got to Alpenfest, we were good to go. I didn't even get to wear my shirt the first off though. Jake came up to help, and he got the black BMP shirt that looked the best. I was jealous. I actually was. Sorry, Jake. I was jealous.
And then this is the other logo.
Yeah, the potentially more family appropriate, I guess. I don't know. Not too many people have a problem with Bourbon Mountain Productions, but bourbon being in the name, I think we get overpassed a lot for what we actually do.
Yeah, I can see that.
We're not producing any bourbon yet.
Keyword.
Yet.
All right, Mark Carey's asking how you guys came up with the name BMP.
Oh, okay. So, Bourbon Mountain Productions, that name was created because of kind of like an homage to my father, my late father. We had a Red Dead Redemption video game, if you know what that is. And me and my father played that all the time. Actually, me, my father, and my oldest daughter played it, and we frequented that game a lot. So much to where we actually ended up creating I guess you call it gang in that. Is it a gang?
Posse.
A posse. Thank you. So we created a posse, and our posse was called the Bourbon Mountain Men. And it was we were in combat, I guess, with another posse that was rolling up on us for 2 or 3 days straight. Every time we logged onto the server, it seemed like we were playing the same group of people, and they were called the Whiskey River Boys. And my dad was like, well, why are they all a team? And I'm like, well, they're a clan or a group. And then we found out it was posse. So he's like, can we do that? I was like, sure, we can do that. Let's do it. He was like, I'm like, what do you want us to be called? And I'm playing the game. He was like, the Bourbon Mountain Men. okay, I see what you did there. Let's put that together. So we put it together, and so that was kind of where the name came from, way back in the day. Be 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. 7 years.
It came out in 2018, so
Yeah, so 6 years.
Yep.
Time's flying. But yeah, that's where it came from. I was originally going to call it Joe's Garage or something of the like, but that just it hit me, and I was like, "That's we're rolling with it." And my wife said it was okay.
I love the name personally. All right. You got anything else to touch on? BMP? Any upcoming shows?
So yeah, we have for anybody who's local, we are going to be at the Elk Fest at the end of September. I believe it's the 27th, 28th, and 29th. We will be there. We will be bringing our little fiber laser, so we will have personalization available on site, like we did at Alpenfest and at the Timberman show, if you were there. Also, another note, I was hoping to have it done by today so we can announce it on the show, but I will give you guys a little bit of a pre-announcement. We're waiting on some back-end work to be finalized, but we are releasing a new version of our website. We are transferring back offices, so to speak. So I had spent the last week, theoretically just redoing our entire website. So I think I got Goody's approval. I sent it off to him to take a look, and my buddy and of course my wife and family is all taking a look at it. I think it's came out primo. I think it's going to be very beneficial for anybody that goes on the website. We have brought back the Zakiki customizer so that you're able to take whatever product you want to and design it on our website. So no more back and forth communication with me. Does this I want this? Okay, does this look good? No, it doesn't. Okay, what about this? We're cutting out that middle process. It is a customizer on the website, and we are slowly but surely uploading all of our designs that we have in our system into this app, and you'll be able to take that design and put it on the cup or the wallet, notebook, what have you, and you'll be able to see how that design is going to look before you buy it. So I think that's a really big thing. I think that's kind of like a leap to the current technology that we have out in this day and world. Finally catching up to that. When we released it last year, it didn't flow properly with the back office that we had, and now we've jumped into something that's integrates a lot better. So I think it's going to be a very, very smooth transition. Once we do get it moved over, we will definitely be shouting it at the top of the mountain that it's open and ready and available, and it's going to be here before Christmas so that you're able to do Christmas presents and gifts and whatnot, what have you. And we'll be adding in at least one item to be used with the customizer per week. For right now, we have all of our tumblers, all of our drinkware. Actually, I was reviewing it, minus our koozies. Our koozies aren't on there yet. And if there's anybody watching now that would like to, I guess, throw out an idea for what should come up next, throw it in here in the chat, and we will make that happen. I don't know. Is there a way that we can actually preview that before we move on? Is there?
Yeah, you just got to send me a preview link and I'll make it happen.
Cool. I think it'd be nice for everybody to be able to see it.
Exclusive first look at the new website, guys.
figure out how to use my computer, I will.
Is the old website still active?
It is.
Okay, so
I
we're gonna
can't
start with
order.
that one.
Doo-doo.
All right, guys. So this was the old website. These were all quick links. So the website is something Mark and I talked about a lot because I am what he would call a geek.
I'm a nerd. I will
allegedly.
completely say I'm a nerd. He is a geek.
So we talked about several ideas, and actually, I can show you guys what we were working on with the old website that we ultimately decided to scrap. But
It's not giving me that same link. I
so
do.
this was gonna be the original new website, but we decided to scrap this. And then Mark has been working endless hours on this new website.
I think I got it to you, buddy. No?
All right.
Not working?
Let me see. Nope. Well, just kidding, guys. You don't get to see
I'm
nothing.
sorry. It's not coming up with that same share.
Stay tuned though, because when it does officially launch, we will make sure to do a tour, and Mark can explain everything to you guys. Just to kind of give everyone an idea. The new website is much more user friendly, which is something that I was a huge advocate for compared to the old website. So you guys will love it. That's a good question, Mark. Why did you get into laser engraving?
Oh, well, I wanted to stay. Oh, I didn't want. It wasn't a want thing. I needed to find something I could do at home, and for some personal reasons, and we had a big garage. Like it's a 70-foot pole barn. Almost. It's not an actual pole barn, but it's a 70-foot shop. And my dad always wanted to work out of the shop, like full time. So I had to find something that was out here. I was going to do woodworking, and that was going to be my primary thing. And my buddy Jake told me about like how these coasters on like Etsy was moving crazy and like just doing some stuff like that. So I looked into branding material, like I was going to actually have to torch it and then brand these wood chunks that I've cut up on the property, and I was going to start selling those. And after a while, I was like, wow, that's a lot of work. I feel like there's got to be an easier way to do this, and that's when I found a laser that was on Amazon.com. And it was like a personal little diode laser, and I actually still have it at the shop. And like I'm just going to laser engrave this stuff. It's like perfection wood burning. And the more and more I researched into that technology, I was blown away. It was kind of like a CNC machine, but except it deals with laser beams. So the more and more I looked into that technology, the more and more I got interested in it. I had some capital. I had some ability to invest into something. And I found OhmTech, which is an affordable laser engraver brand that doesn't charge you an arm and a leg. It takes you a little bit more to maintain, but it was on the more affordable option for me. So we ended up buying 2 lasers from them. And once I really dived into the whole process behind it, I was completely blown away with how accurate and how many different materials you can work with. I've always wanted to work a CNC machine, even from way back in the day, and this is kind of as close as I can come to it. But I think it has a little bit more precision and a little bit more versatility than a CNC machine does. So absolutely fell in love with the industry, and there's really no limit to what these machines can do. So we went crazy with it. Started doing everything we could, and ain't stopping anytime soon.
Daddy, chill.
Yo, that idea in the chat, that's a good idea. Turn it into an app. I'm gonna make it happen.
I need help from the geek here. How do I even go about doing it?
I'm gonna make it happen.
I got you. All right. Appreciate that, Cammy.
It's Kamai. All good. Shout out Kamai. All right. We got any sports fans here tonight?
Just you, guy.
Just me. That's all right. Shoot, NFL, it's sports season right now. Football just started. We got college football. NFL just started. We got some big UFC fights tomorrow. Man. So, personally, I'm a huge UFC fan. I'm a fanatic, as they would say. Spend way too much money watching UFC fights, but gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, because that's expensive, isn't it?
It is. So, all right. So, look, I'm gonna tell y'all how expensive watching UFC pay-per-views are nowadays. Right. So you gotta have the ESPN Plus subscription, which is it's not crazy. I think it's like $10 a month.
Allegedly.
But then the pay-per-views on top of that, right? So not only do you have to have ESPN Plus, then you got to pay for the pay-per-views, which are $80 per pay-per-view, which there's a monthly pay-per-view. Sometimes 2. Most of the time, just 1. I think the only month that usually will have 2 is July because it's International Fight Week, and then just they have another one. So $80 a month for pay-per-views, and I watch every pay-per-view, every single one. So that is, let's see, $1,100 a year on watching this sport that I love so much.
And I don't even want to spend $10 on Netflix.
Let's go! Who's broke now?
So, speaking of UFC, we got a huge pay-per-view tomorrow, UFC 306, aka UFC Noche, for Mexican Independence Day or something. I don't know, something like that. I don't know what it is all about, but it's, for the Mexicans. It's a really, really good fight card. We got at the main event, Sugar Sean O'Malley defending his title against Merab. Not even gonna attempt to say his last name.
We know we can't. I can't say it.
Come on,
It's
man.
I'll try it. It's a Valish. Yep, can't do it. Tongue twister. He's Georgian.
I think the D is silent.
It's not. I hear it said all the time. I just
Shively?
yeah.
No.
It's a. You know what? We're cheating.
We're gonna use Google.
Yep.
Who are you voting for? O'Malley. Why? Because I could say his name.
It's Dvalishvili. That's hard to say. I'm too white for that shit. I'm too American.
Merc.
So yeah, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Merab. We're just gonna say that. So Sugar Sean is defending his belt. I'm a huge Sugar Sean fan. Dude got crazy hair, all that good stuff. Hold up. D, can you pull up the ESPN for it? I'm gonna make Mark get out of his comfort zone tonight too, guys.
What does that mean?
I'm making you pick some fights with me, guy.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So we got Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Merab. That's his last name. So as of right now, Sugar Sean O'Malley is the betting favorite. Just barely. So Merab he's 17-4. He's a really, really, really good wrestler. High pace. He made Henry Cejudo, which was a Olympic gold medalist, look like he's never wrestled a day in his life. Sugar Sean, on the other hand, which hold up, let's pull up this guy. Let's pull up this guy. Oh, you guys can't see. 1 second. Pull it up big. Okay, that's not. Look at the hair. Just he's a character. He's fun.
What's the guy in basketball that I'm thinking of right now? For some reason, I'm thinking of Rodney Dangerfield, but I know that's not it. Crazy hair.
Oh, Oh my gosh.
I'm showing my card on how much I know about sports right now.
Are you talking about Dennis Rodman?
That he is the Dennis Rodman of UFC, is from what I'm seeing.
All right. So Sean O'Malley, he has 12 knockouts. He's 18-1. His one loss. So he got kicked in his leg and he got hit in his perennial nerve, which is the nerve that runs up and down your leg. So his whole leg went numb. So he went to take a step back after he got kicked. Had no feeling in his leg, rolled his ankle, fell backwards, and then he just couldn't get up because his leg literally was not operating. So he ended up getting TKO'd, but then he just recently fought that guy that he lost to. Yep, Dennis Rodman.
Yep. Definitely not Rodney Dangerfield. So that you're saying the only reason he lost is because his body literally just like a part of his body shut down.
Yeah, his leg literally just it was dead.
That's a good excuse if you're gonna lose.
Now, so all right, so look, he just recently, after he won the title, he fought the guy that he lost to, and he beat the brakes off that guy.
So he was like, "Oh, last time sun was in my eyes," you know. Like, I got it.
Exactly. Yeah. So he won a very dominant fight. So Mark, like I said, I'm gonna make you do these pick'ems with me. So I'm gonna let you go first, so I can't influence your pick.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I mean, I know who you're picking. Honestly, you couldn't even say the other guy's name.
That doesn't mean I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah, it does mean you're not a fan of him. I'm gonna have to go with Dennis Rodman.
Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley. I'm gonna go with Sean O'Malley. I mean, hey, it's good info you got me there. Feel like I can't lose this one.
I'm going Sean O'Malley as well. So I'll break this fight down for you guys a little bit. If Merab can get across the void being Sean O'Malley is 5'11" and has 72-inch reach versus Merab being 5'6" and only 68-inch reach.
But we know that doesn't actually matter.
At that level, it does. Let me tell you why. Sean O'Malley, he is a master at striking. He's really good at controlling distance. He's really good. He has just as much power backing up as he does going forward, going sideways. Doesn't matter. Dude's a sniper, very precise, has amazing striking. Merab on the other hand,
he's mastered the Omni move, is what you're saying?
Exactly. He's Black Ops 6 before Black Ops 6.
Right.
In the immortal words of the ancient roly-poly Elder Lords. Get gears, good.
Merab, on the other hand, he isn't known for his striking. He's a little wild, and I think that's the main reason I think Sean is going to win, because Merab gets really wild in there looking for those takedowns. He's willing to take a shot to get his opponent to the ground. That's a really dangerous game to play against someone like Sean O'Malley. And I'm not saying Sean O'Malley has crazy knockout power. He's just so precise with his shots and timing that he just has a way to turn the lights out or drop you and hurt you. It's gonna be depending on if Merab is able to eat a couple shots, get Sean down, wear him down, and grind him out for the whole fight. It's 5 rounds, 5 minute rounds.
How many fights has Merab been in?
So he's 17-4.
Okay, so I didn't. It was a little bit smaller on my screen here.
So 21. Sean has been in 19. That's not counting. That's professional MMA. That's not counting amateur or anything like that. Just straight professional MMA. In the UFC, and we can actually look. So Sean has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's been in the UFC for 12 fights. Merab, on the other hand, has one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 fights. He lost his first 2 fights in the UFC, and then he hasn't lost since. So Merab
he's
has
gonna lose
not
again.
lost since 2018. But as you can see, he has finished 1 fight with a TKO. The rest of them have been every other fight has gone the distance, meaning they fought through all the rounds, and then the judges decided that he did enough to win. So
Sounds like it'll be a good fight.
I think it should be a good fight. I think it could be an early night for Merab. It could be a long dragged out fight. But I'm rooting for Sean O'Malley.
So if they went the distance, who do you think would win?
If it goes the distance, probably Merab. So TKO is a technical knockout. It's a good question. No dumb questions here. So technical knockout. That means like you get hit, but you're not knocked out. You're not like out cold, just limp laying on the ground. That means you get hit, you went down, you're eating a lot of shots, you're not defending yourself very well, or you are defending yourself, but you're not making any attempts to better your situation. So that means the referee stepped in and called the fight. And then, like, compared to a normal knockout, that's like you get punched in the mouth and your lights turn out and you go limp on the mat. And then the co-main event, we got another title fight. We got Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. This is actually their 3rd time fighting. So Valentina, she's 23-4-1. She was a longtime champion, and then she lost her belt to Alexa Grasso. So the first fight, Valentina made a stupid mistake, ended up giving up her bag, and she ended up getting choked out. In the second fight, I believe they fought to a draw. It was a super close fight. Could have went either way. The judges didn't agree on a winner. Ended up being determined a draw. So now they're here to settle the score in Las Vegas, and they're fighting at the Sphere. So I don't know if anyone's heard of the Sphere yet. It's a new build in Vegas. I believe it got done last year. This place looks pretty crazy though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is some crazy architecture there.
So it's literally the whole exterior is just like screens. Oops.
Must make a geek like you all excited to see something like that. I
think that's cool. So this is gonna be I think it'll be another really close fight. Both of their other fights were super close. Alexa has the cleaner boxing. I think Valentina is the better striker overall. She's more diverse. They're both really good on the ground. They're both good all around, to be honest. They're both really fluent mixed martial artists. So again, Mark, I'm gonna let you pick first.
100% Valentina.
You're going Valentina, the bullet
100%.
Shevchenko. I am gonna go with Alexa Grasso. So that's one difference so far. We're gonna come back. We're gonna circle back to these next week and see who did better. The super fan or the guy that doesn't know what he's talking about at all. And it's probably gonna be you, to be honest, because I suck at pick'ems. Then now we got Brian T. City Ortega versus Diego Lopez. So this fight was supposed to happen prior to this. Brian Ortega was gonna actually fight Diego Lopez on short notice, but he had to pull out due to illness. So Diego Lopez, he had a lot of up and downs early in his career. As of lately, though, he's been on an absolute tear, knocking people out, choking people out, all of the above, just going crazy. Brian Ortega, he at one point was on top of the world. He wasn't a champion, but he fought for the belt against one of the greatest featherweights of all time, Max Holloway. Went through some injuries, then fought for the belt again against Alexander Volkanovski. Had a super close fight, almost choked Volkanovski out. And at the time, Volkanovski was unbeatable. This is going to be a war. Both of these guys are phenomenal fighters. Ortega definitely has the advantage on the ground. Lopez has a advantage. He has more power on the feet. I don't know if his striking is, I want to say it's cleaner, but he definitely has a lot more power. His hands are quicker, but I think Ortega's striking has improved significantly as well in his last few fights. It's gonna be a war. So, Mark, who you got with this one?
I'm gonna have to go USA. Brian Ortega.
You're going Brian Ortega?
I'm going USA-ish.
Just to be different than you, I'm gonna go Diego Lopez.
Diego Lopez.
Yeah.
He's from Brazil.
He is.
Yep. Yeah, I have no idea what all that stuff means other than stance.
What do you mean? It's height?
I mean, I get height. I get that. Come on.
All right. I got you. So this is significant strikes landed per minute. So Ortega lands 4.
So faster boxer. Got you.
Diego lands 3. Significant strike accuracy. So Ortega lands at 40%. Diego lands at 62.5%. Takedown average. So Ortega averages at least 1 takedown a fight. Diego does not. Takedown accuracy. Brian lands almost. He lands 27% of his. And Diego lands 25 of his. And then submission average. So Diego attempts almost 4 submissions a fight. Brian typically only attempts 1.
All right. So just to be clear, I'm going USA. You're going.
Yep. So
Brazil.
Lock that in, guys. So we got Mark going Brian Ortega, Valentina Shevchenko, and we're both going Sean O'Malley. But I'm going Alexa Grasso and Diego Lopez. So this is tomorrow night. Stay tuned for next week to see how we did. All right. And then let's see. Let's jump into some gaming stuff.
You're under arrest.
Arrest? I don't feel like I'm under arrest. How about you, Brian?
Nah, not a bit. Not even a little bit.
I'll just give it a minute. It'll sink in.
We didn't kill those feds. Those Reyes.
I don't give a shit. Just here to bring in 2 assholes whose names hit my desk.
Yeah. That sounds like a real hero.
That's funny. From a guy who took the oath of a cop, and then went against everything it stood for, or some wannabe tough guy prick who beat a man half to death with a socket wrench. Yeah, real tough. You turn around and put your hands behind your back.
I don't think so.
Your mistake is thinking you've got a goddamn choice, boy.
Your mistake? Thinking you're in America. You're a long way from home. This is Brazil.
Great movie.
Come on, boss. Another day.
Well, you might get the Brazil one. You never know.
We do not own rights to that movie, by the way. All right, let's get into some gaming. You got any gamers out there? Anyone that likes to kick back, weekend warriors? So whatever you are, anyone that likes to just sit back, enjoy some video games from time to time. We're gonna be going over our top 3 favorite games of all time, which is tough. You want to go first, Mark, or you want me to go first?
You go first. I'm actually, ever since you said that we're going to be talking about this, I still can't decide.
It's tough. It's a really tough question. So, man,
because we're not talking about series, right? We're just talking about individual games.
Games, exactly. So I think something that has to be on my list, and it's because it's made me grow as a, it's made me grow talents. It's connected me with tons of people, is GTA 5, but not just the base game, the role play version, 5M. Met a lot of great people through playing 5M. I've learned a lot. Learned how to code. So I think that's definitely, it just has to be on my list. I think, and this is in no specific order, to be honest, because it's tough. I think another one, I gotta go with the original Call of Duty. The reason being is that was the first video game that I ever played all the way through. Way back in the day on my grandpa's Mac.
So you've always been a computer gamer?
No. Nope.
Okay.
That was just the first. I was at their, so my sister and I used to go to their house like every summer for a good solid few weeks. He had Call of Duty on there, and I beat the whole game in like a week when I was there one time, and it was the first game I ever played all the way through. It was like the first shooter I've ever played, and then I think after that, for nostalgia reasons, I think I gotta go with GTA San Andreas.
That is actually a really good game. That was a really good GTA output.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, if I got to put it out there, and I'll have to say, and I'm going to do this in chronological order because it makes it easier for me. First game that I absolutely fell in love with back in the day was Stronghold. It was there was a series of games I was playing on PC back in the day, and that would probably be the number one. Second all-time favorite, I'm gonna have to go Mass Effect 2. And again, there is a series of games that are just literally floating right underneath Mass Effect 2. But the third one, I'd have to say Red Dead Redemption 2. 100%.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which actually, once we can get this guy over there, a PC, we're going to be releasing Bourbon Mountain RP, a Red Dead Redemption or a Red M server, Red Dead Redemption 2 RP.
Oh shit!
And I cannot wait. I cannot wait at all. Because I've heard there's going to be things in there that's going to make me very happy once we get them orchestrated. And I cannot wait.
It's gonna be a really good time.
Yep.
All right. Let's talk about a little bit what we've been playing lately.
Okay.
So I think the main game that we have been playing together recently is MW3. The new MW3.
And I still can't stand how they did that. Why they couldn't just renamed it something else, I have no idea. But yes, that new Modern Warfare 3 game actually, it isn't half bad. Modern Warfare went in a bad, well, Call of Duty in general for me went in a bad direction after Ghost, and Modern Warfare 3 I think is one of the first ones that I've started playing since they got back on track. Nobody flying around and stuff.
Yeah, we have a love-hate relationship with that game. Some nights we love it, other nights it's a little bit of a headache.
I always enjoy a game. 100%.
I mean,
I think that has a lot to do with though where I am sitting as far as birth years go, because I'm no longer, and I've come to this realization, I'm no longer a sweat. I'll never be a sweat. I just play to have fun. If I'm getting completely wrecked in the lobby, it's okay. That lobby will be finished soon, and I can move on to another game momentarily. I just deal with it.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. As you can
100%. Yes.
Yep, and then you got the youngins like me that slide around the corners doing 360s and
shit.
When I'm looking at that mini map and I see you coming this way, I do not expect to see you up here, or down there. I just kind of want to see you walk into my crosshairs, because I'm not gonna lie, I camp a little bit. It's not camping, it's just a tactical advantage.
You going lazy, homie. Lazy as fuck.
Yep. 100%. Even my character in the game is tired. All right.
And see, I have the problem where I can't just stay. Even if I'm running out and dying over and over and over again, I'll just continue punishing myself because I can't sit still. It's just not me.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck.
I mean, I am.
It is exactly that. You'll have so many kills in the game, and then you'll have the same amount of deaths. Like, you had 75 kills in this last game. Yeah. Jake over here. At least I went positive.
Hey, but then there's those games that I really pop off, and it's like, damn, we just went 36 and 12.
Yep. I think it's because I introduced you to the lobby I hang out with,
I mean, I will say that most of the time, if I'm playing by myself compared to playing with you, lobbies are a little different.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's how I plan.
That's why I like playing with you so much. I don't have to try as hard.
Oh, that's why. I got you. It's like, why ain't you getting on tonight? I gotta do good.
Exactly. Katie, now you know the reason.
So what's this next game you've been playing? I haven't played it with you yet, but you're trying to get me to play it.
Yep. So I just recently downloaded a new game. It's called Expeditions, which it's the third game in a series. So the first game was Mud Runner. So it's literally a game about off-roading and hauling stuff and whatnot. So this new one, it's a lot more in depth. So you have to actually like advance through the areas and build different bases with material that you haul there. And then you can also just mess around and use the scout trucks and go mud bog around and climb stupid stuff and just drive around with the boys. So I've been trying to get Mark to get it, and as well as Jake, just so we can go around and goof off and have fun. We can also, do some of the missions and stuff, but just driving around and doing dumb shit it's just fun. It's a more laid back, slow pace, just kind of shoot the shit and have fun type of game. So I think we'll have fun with it. I've had fun playing it so far. It's cross platform, and they have a built-in mod page for all consoles and PCs. So everyone can have mods, so you can download different kinds of trucks and everything along those lines. So yeah, I finally got him to download it. Now we just gotta give it a shot.
So I did download it, and you didn't want to hop on last night. I know. I know. So anyway, you didn't play last night, but I did play with it for about 30 minutes. Here's the thing I don't understand. How do you go from you being you on Call of Duty to literally driving in a car that goes no faster than 15 miles an hour, like up and down hills?
I don't know. It's just, sometimes you just gotta chill out.
No, sometimes you gotta chill. You can't chill out on Call of Duty, but
no, it's different.
You can get in this car and try to winch yourself to a tree to pull yourself up a mountain, and the process is so slow. I was actually going crazy. It's got to be more fun with other people. I'll give you that. It's got to be.
Absolutely. And then so I played with my dad the other day. That was the first time I really played it, and we were literally going back and forth across the map doing these different missions. And we were both in scout vehicles. I was in like an old square body Chevy, and then he was in like an old Bronco. So we were just going around and going up some of the mountains and stuff. I would just start tumbling down, and then I'm like, I flipped again. You guys need help. And then by the time we were done, my truck looked like it wasn't a truck anymore. It was a good time.
Yeah, I got 20 minutes in and my engine wouldn't even start back up again.
Dang. Oh, dude, one time when we were playing the other day.
Oh, go ahead.
When we were playing the other day, I was on top of this mountain, and there was a river on the bottom of it. Well, I hit a rock and my truck bounced up, and I ended up flipping off the mountain right into the river, drowned the truck. It was a tragedy. That was
I'm looking forward to a good experience with you. Don't drag me into any rivers or mountainsides.
If I'm going down, you're coming with me.
Yeah, you've already stated this several times while we've been playing Call of Duty.
Yep.
We'll have to try that out.
All right. Here's a good one. What is your favorite COD campaign of all time?
Okay, so I've only went through completely 2, and I think one of them was Black Ops, and the other one was Modern Warfare 3. The one before that. So, well, actually 2 before that. I'm gonna have to say Modern Warfare 3 was my favorite, all-time favorite, and that was the first one I think I played all the way through.
No shot. You didn't play Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 all the way through?
No.
Guy, you missed so much of the story.
Well, okay, so understand this. Like, I got into the peak of my online gaming when Modern Warfare originally came out. And then I don't know if it was before or after that. It was Halo, so it went straight into Halo 3, sorry to be clear. So that was all I had time for, was online gaming. When I actually sat down and was able to play without a friends list of 100 people inviting me in was when I got to North Carolina, and I went and just sat down and I started playing games all the way through. I think I made it halfway through World at War, but Modern Warfare 3, I think.
Good one too.
Modern Warfare 3 was the only one that I really went full delve all the way through. I actually had a good time with. Black Ops was okay, but I felt rushed.
Black Ops was a trippy story too.
Yes, it was.
It was, if you had too much time in between when you played, it was really hard to follow.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how it was when you were going through it, because you obviously, like, online was big, so you'd play when you had a chance to, right? And then
Can you believe? Sorry,
don't even. No, go ahead, please. Where
Can you believe
going?
that Black Ops came out in 2009?
Shut up. Shut up. My oldest daughter was born in 2010.
I actually got that game for Christmas when it came out.
Were you like 5?
What? I'm not that young guy. No, I was 10.
Exactly.
So my favorite campaign of all time, personally, is the original Modern Warfare campaign. Some really, really, my favorite mission is also in that campaign. It's a sniper mission. You're in Chernobyl. You got to crawl through a field, and then eventually you make it into like the city of Chernobyl. There's a meeting going on, and you got to take a sniper shot.
I remember that mission.
That is hands down my favorite Call of Duty mission of all time.
Yeah, that's what like the first or second mission, isn't it? Like third mission?
It's early in the game, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I finished it, but I do remember that one. That was good. Yes.
Sheesh. And then I'll give honorable mention to I'm gonna go with Black Ops. No, actually, I lied. Unpopular opinion. I'm gonna go with Call of Duty 3.
Oh. That was when they still had competition with Medal of Honor going on.
Yep. So the multiplayer and like the game itself, garbage, but the campaign was really, really cool. And it was right when technology was starting to advance a little bit. So like with the PlayStation 3 controller, there was a mission where you had to use the controller to row the boat. And you had to row like through a river. It was I still remember that to this day. It blew my mind then. It's crazy to think about how much has changed since then.
Yeah. Well, okay, so if you're talking about changes, the biggest change I think in the entire Call of Duty industry was, I think, Advanced Warfare. Going from that, because that's essentially where Call of Duty died for me, because I was not skilled enough or patient enough to deal with learning how to play it. But people just flying every which way. I was done. It was like Titanfall came out and Call of Duty was like, "Oh, we got to do this." No, you don't. No, you don't. Ghost, and I love Ghost 100%. I loved Ghost. Ghost was probably one of my favorite Call of Duty games. One of them.
It's another unpopular opinion. A lot of people did not like Ghost.
I don't know why. I absolutely loved Ghost. It was a great online experience. The storyline was okay. Even the training missions at the very beginning was pretty fun to play. And then they came out with Advanced Warfare, and then, man, they lost my respect immediately.
Infinite Warfare, that came out first.
What was it? Infinite? Okay.
Yeah.
Infinite Warfare. Yep. Nope. So that's like I said. I hadn't picked up the controller until Modern Warfare, the 2019 edition, came back out, and I played that for a little bit.
That honestly, 2019 Modern Warfare, that had a pretty damn good campaign too.
Never touched
for a boots on the ground. There was this one mission where you were raiding like a house at night. It was pretty cool. It was like a super tactical mission. You had to make like split second decisions on whether to shoot or not. Because sometimes
is that the one with the baby?
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually watched my son play that the other day, and I'm like, what is going on? Like he's like, I'm just playing Call of Duty, Dad. It was they were going through his night vision goggles. There was a mom like if he shot her, like the guy put the baby in the basket.
Yep.
Actually, a funny note about that. Did you know like the thing about that? There's like a extra built-in game, like I guess mechanic of that game. So if you actually took a shot at the kid that was in the crib, like it kicked you, it stopped it, and you failed the mission, and it said children are non-combatants.
Yep.
Second time around, it's like, are you kidding me? Like the message actually pops up and it says, are you kidding me? And it kicks you back out. And then if you do it a third time, it takes you completely to the main screen. Like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't know that was in there.
It's Call of Duty is huge for Easter eggs and stuff like that, and I think that's a good one. Because, like, first of all, why are you trying to shoot a little kid, whether it's in a game or not? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't have known that if I wasn't actually watching YouTube the other day. Like,
yeah,
I didn't want to think JMO did not go in there and actually try that. I didn't learn that firsthand.
All right. Well, you didn't play it, but let's talk about the Black Ops 6 beta.
Yeah.
So, Black Ops 6 coming soon. Which, if you guys didn't know, because Call of Duty is now owned by Microsoft.
What?
Yeah, that happened like 2 years ago. So if you have Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and you're a PC gamer, don't waste your money because it will be on Game Pass. It might not be as soon as it launches, but you won't have to wait very long for it to release to Game Pass.
I might actually get the game then.
Due to the exclusive deal. So it's another boots on the ground game, but they came out with this new Omni movement. It's cool. It's a really cool concept. There's definitely some bugs and stuff that need fixed with it. So essentially, it's not just running forward, walking backwards, side to side. So now you can literally sprint in any direction, forward, backwards, left, right. You can dive in any direction. You can slide in any direction. And you can combine all of the above. So you could be running straight and then hold the button to dive and push left and you'll dive to the left. It's pretty crazy. And they also added some other cool aspects. So like if you're behind cover and you're aiming, instead of just aiming straight and then having to like walk around the corner, it'll automatically tilt you ever so slightly so you can kind of peek the corner. I think that's a really cool aspect. And then it definitely has a Black Ops feel. So like Modern Warfare compared to Black Ops, the gameplay just feels different. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. They just kind of each have their own feel. I enjoyed the beta. I didn't put a ton of time into it, but I played for a good few hours. I enjoyed it. At first, I was like, "Oh no, this is not it," because the movement it takes a lot to get used to, and there's the people that are super excited that Black Ops 6 is coming out, and there's a new Black Ops game coming out, and they were on there as soon as beta released. They had early beta because they pre-purchased the game, all of that. So I got in there, haven't played it at all, going against people that have been playing it since the beta launch. They had early access. They were already max beta level. It was not a very fun experience at first, but then I got used to the movement a little bit. I got used to the gameplay a little bit more, because going from Modern Warfare and that gameplay to Black Ops, there's definitely it takes a minute to get used to, just because the gameplay itself is just different. The shooting's different, the movement, it feels different. Overall, after I got past that little bit of adjustment period, I started having a lot of fun. I had some really good games, really competitive games, high kill games, low kill games, all of the above. I'm excited. I think it can be a really good game. Obviously, it was the beta, so some things are going to change. Hopefully, they fix some of those bugs, and we can hopefully look at one of those bugs right now. Just give me 2 seconds.
Might get banned in Black Ops 6. The pros are calling it the Frog Hop, and this is Ultra's lead guide, so keep this a secret. You're sliding into a drop shot and spam jumping backwards. So hit your slide button, then hold it down to enter prone. When your legs look like this, pull your left stick back and spam your jump button. You see you're rapidly switching your hitbox 3 times in a second, which throws off your enemy's aim assist and tracking. And you can do it in any direction. It's fast, unexpected, and freaky. Don't have back buttons? This beginner variation is even crazier. It just takes one button. Slide, then hold down your slide button. You'll enter prone instantly. It's like a super fast drop shot. So put some reps in the training mode and hit that follow for more fun movement tips.
No,
So
sir.
hopefully they fix stuff like that, because that will make the game super not enjoyable for a lot of people who they're not going to be able to put all that time. They're not going to no life the game. They're not going to be able to put
People
tons
like
of
what?
the game. What I'm saying right now, okay?
People like me?
No, people that aren't going to be able to put tons of like nonstop hours. They're not going to be prestige in a weekend. Like people that work normal jobs and come home and just want to hop on, play some Call of Duty with the boys. It's that aspect alone will ruin the game. And I think that's
100%.
I think that's a big reason why Call of Duty has had so many ups and downs, is because whenever they introduce something like when Infinite Warfare came out and the movement, you had the jetpacks and you could run on the walls and run all over the map and do all this crazy stuff. The people that had all the time to do that, they were great at the game. They could do all kinds of crazy stuff that the people that work a normal job and have a family and have life outside of gaming weren't able to do. So if they can take that into account and fix that, then I think Black Ops 6 is going to be an amazing game. If there is stuff like this. There's going to be a lot of growing pains, and I think the game will die out quickly if they don't address these things.
So do you think there's more people out there that want to enjoy Call of Duty casually, or are there more people out there that are the 100% sweats?
So as of lately, and I think this has recently kind of transitioned. As of lately, and I would say this is within the last couple Call of Duties, there has been more and more sweats. And the reason for that being is they introduced skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is where you play so many games, and then the game has like built-in AI to see how well you play and the type of people you should play against. Right. So then there's going to be people who are really good at the game that they're like, all right, well, I'm tired of playing against all these other people that are also really good at the game. I'm going to just start playing really bad for a little bit. And then once that happens, they get dropped down that tier to a lower level of opponent, and then they're able to just be sweaty. So with that being said, I feel like there's a lot more sweats now because, for one, everyone is just so close in level. There's not like a skill gap like there used to be. Usually, if you're in a lobby, there might be one or two people that are really good here and there, way better than everyone else. But most of the time, the people you're playing with are people that have super similar KDs. They play the same. They're not gonna blow your socks off. So that allows people to be more sweaty because they can compete. Before, it was a lot more casual because there was the people that were really good at the game, and whenever they were in the lobby, you're like, all right, well, that guy's gonna have 60 kills, but whatever. I'm just gonna do my thing. It's not like that anymore because of the skill-based matchmaking. Now it's everyone can be a sweat, everyone can have a positive KD if they get into the right skill base. And then another thing that can affect that too, which is playing with friends, right? So if you play with friends that are at a lower level than what you are at the game, and then you get into their lobbies, then it's going to make the game easier for you, and you're going to be able to be more sweaty and drop more kills and have a higher KD than you normally would in your own lobbies.
Now, does that continue to affect you in your lobbies later if you're playing off of a friend's match or server?
So usually what happens if you play with your friends, the first game or two, it'll kind of check you. Like, say you're playing with your friends and you have really great games. The first couple games you play by yourself, you're going to be against a ton of sweats, and it's going to see how well you do. If you don't do well and you have a really bad game, it'll kind of even itself back out and it'll put you back where you should be. If you do well, then you're going to keep playing sweaty games until it realizes, like, all right, you shouldn't be here. You're just kind of playing above your skill level right now. And it's not a foolproof system. They've been working on it for a few years now. It's getting better. And it's not necessarily a bad thing because, like I said, it makes the skill gap a lot less noticeable most of the time. But there's definitely ways to exploit it. And then back to Black Ops 6, we are going to dive into a short video from FaZe Jev. Just for one, he's hilarious, and two, it's just a short little video so Mark can kind of see some gameplay from Black Ops 6. we can get his live reaction. You guys hear it or no?
No.
Okay, let me fix that.
Nearly 70 kills in my first game, and I realized I wasn't recording. So in the beta at the moment, we only have this playlist right here, Core Mosh Pit. It's a 6v6 all to me. So before we get started, I want to thank everybody so much for all the love and support. And also, if you're excited for more Black Ops 6, leave a like on this video. Definitely leave your feedback. For some reason, I can't dive. I changed some settings around to make the slide feel more responsive, and that definitely feels more responsive. Now I can't dive.
Upgrade thousands of games with one
Ads.
install. You can get super damage in Elden Ring.
Hold up, let me fix this. We don't do ads around here.
All right, what's going on, guys? It's Jet. Finally over here on the Black Ops. Fuck, Renata. Got him. Pussy. GG. Cartier. Slide in. PDW. Oh, he's like, nope. Rechow that. This weapon, the Jackal PDW, seems to have much better range than the MP5 does. It probably lacks TTK, close range comparison to the MP5 or something. But also another thing, I saw a clip from J-God, and also with confirmation from one of the devs, I think their name is Matt, he confirmed that they made adjustments to aim assist in this game. Basically, what's happening now is that rotational aim assist and everything is still in the game. But the one thing that seemed very apparent, we don't have all the details, but they confirmed that there were changes to make it a, quote, more level playing field, but it disables rotational aim assist to the 3-meter mark. So now there's no more of this shit where you both run around a corner, for example, and then the aim assist like latches onto somebody as they run by, and it pulls your character entirely over. You now just won't have aim assist at very, very close range. You get that aim assist back if you're at 4 meters, though. Even still, your close range engagements, aim assist will be there. It'll be completely fine. Now it just won't be automatic death as soon as you guys bump into each other and whoever pulls the trigger first. Then the aim assist just latches onto you guys and you land every single bullet. Oh, this is a ladder. Dude, this sniper rifle is going to look so good as well with the camos. This sniper rifle looks incredible as is. Oh, this is the special inspect. I wasn't even trying to do this one, but also I do have the graphics turned up a little bit on here just because I was trying to see how the game looks overall with some shit turned up. It's not maxed out or anything. I have some stuff turned down, like some of the shadows and shit, but still generally pretty decently high settings. I'm getting around like 200 FPS. This is while recording anyway. And another 20 or 30, you know, if I'm not recording, but I'm also definitely just going to be playing hardcore anyway, so... My lobbies are already too sweaty for me to even snipe in them. Fuck me, man. I'm not entirely sure how to pull my knife out. Can I change my perks yet? Ghost at level 12. Okay, that's nice. Black Jacket, Gung Ho. There's no Ninja. Semtex. Hold on, let me put the Semtex on. That's not what I wanted to do. Wait, I can switch loadouts right now.
Just changing your perks in game.
Can I still switch to that? I can. Wow, I spent that entire game trying
You change your loadouts without dying.
Here. I didn't hear anyone behind me though. Like, yeah, I can hear footsteps, but not really.
I like the Iron Sights view in Black Ops more than I do like in Modern Warfare.
Whenever I end up on the radar, it's a matter of a couple seconds before I get found and shot by somebody else. Very fast paced. So I feel like suppressors and like other stealth elements will be pretty strong on this game. I'll be wrong, but I feel like that would work very well in pubs at least. Well, you can stay here for a long-ass time. man. Give me a suppressor. It's fucking over. They're just overwhelming me in sheer numbers. Holy fuck. You fire and start killing anybody one time, and it's just...
Pause right there. So I don't know if you saw, he didn't actually get that kill. He just hit him. You see that?
Yeah.
You just hit him. Still counts as a kill. So that's one thing that I think is kind of cool for the more casual player in
No more
Black
assists?
Ops. So there is assist. It depends. So how that works is it depends on how much damage you do. So he hit a headshot, so it was significant damage. He just didn't get the actual kill. So if you do so much damage to the enemy, but someone else kills them, you still get the elimination as well. So that's one good thing for the casual player is the game is just a little bit more arcade-like.
So it counts towards your kill streak too?
Correct.
Sweet.
So it's easier to get kills and kill streaks for everyone.
They're cooked. Yeah, I mean, I'll get my bearings on this shit. Get my ass whooped right now. I never should have done well to begin with, man. Like, it's not that it's just putting me in lobbies with people of similar skill to me. It's putting me in lobbies filled with people that, like, everybody is really good. And, like, so I'll sit there and outgun somebody that's, like, doing all this wild shit. And then I run into another demon past that. Come on, man. Oh, these winner circles makes me want to vomit, man. I mean, it's not as bad as, like, the Vanguard or Black Ops 4 one, but shit. When do I get suppressor? 14? Overpressure, weird shit happens.
I like the kill cam too. How it kind of just shows you like fall.
Yeah. Yeah, because I noticed in Modern Warfare, it actually points you to where you got shot from.
Yep.
I did not hear that guy running up to me either. It's just like my...
Which makes it really difficult and hardcore.
Yeah, the flinch is pretty brutal on the snipers, though. I will say that. Oh man, hit marker. Someone below me. Over here too. Fuck. I mean, I'm stunned. The flinches. I don't have any anti-flinch attachment or anything yet. I don't even know if there is one in this game, to be honest with you. It does feel good, though. I won't lie. It does feel good. Once I get used to, like, the general movement, every Call of Duty has, like, a different feel. It really is the same game all the time, but it does have a slightly different feel. You know how a pair of shoes feel, right? But they all kind of feel different, if that makes sense. Even if you get the same kind of shoe. Yeah, the beta's out. It's super sweaty. I don't know what to say. It's super sweaty. Expect it. I'm too tired right now.
In today's video...
Good.
I'll play it. Especially since it's going to be free.
Was that the first time you saw any gameplay?
Apart from a couple YouTube shorts of the omnidirectional movement stuff, yes.
So what are your thoughts overall? And obviously, he is a very high-level player. So take that into account.
My thoughts is that he quick scopes way too quick. No. So the maps look good. They looked universal, I guess, if that's a word for a map. There's a lot of like nooks and crannies where I find myself I'd be going into. I feel like the gameplay seemed really fast, but that could have been just him. Like it could have been just his style, his group. I definitely like the iron sights. Like I said, I mentioned before, like playing in Modern Warfare now compared to Black Ops game, which like Treyarch versus Activision, I think Treyarch has always done iron sights better, to where you could do more attachments on a gun. I don't know what that kind of build looks like in this game yet, but I think I definitely go iron sights more in Black Ops 6 than I do in Modern Warfare. as far as I don't know if it was a perk or what, or if it's just general game thing. He seemed to be very low level when he was doing this, but he whipped like 3 or 4 grenades in that first match he was doing. So what's up with that? Help me out with that.
So that's just him knowing the spawns and knowing where roughly people are. So I believe he was playing domination in that game. So they would be on the point, so he would just throw the nade there and get a kill.
So is there like an auto scavenger perk? He didn't seem to very high level when he was filming that, because he threw, I know for sure he threw 2 in one life.
Okay. So there's a perk that and I guess I don't know if I think it's just like built in from the start, and then you change. It's like the first.
Okay, so it might have been one of his classes. Okay.
Yeah. So you after so much time you replenish your lethal and your tactical.
Okay. Yeah, because he was spot on with like 2 grenades that he threw in that first match. Then yeah, I noticed he was playing domination. Best map, best game mode ever.
And then another thing I really like is the ability to be able to. So you've been able to edit your loadout in game the last few Call of Duties, but the ability to change literally your perks and everything in game and switch your loadout seamlessly without having to die. I think that's a really cool aspect. And then another thing, I agree with the iron sights. So I'm a big advocate for iron sights in all Call of Duties because it opens up another attachment to make your gun that much better.
Plus, you have 100% field of view at like whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for players like me that move around a lot, that are constantly moving, iron sights are super beneficial. On 90% of maps, there will be the few maps that you're playing, and if you're not running like overkill where you have 2 weapons, where you can have one with the sight, you got to have a gun with the sight for the bigger maps that are just crazy, like Derailed, for example, in Modern Warfare 3. That map is just, it's massive. There's no way you can play with iron sights unless you're running overkill and can have a gun with a sight. But 90% of the time I'm playing iron sights, I'm pushing their spawn or pushing where they're at and just constantly moving, having field of view while I'm shooting.
So they still have tactical stance equivalent of Modern Warfare in Black Ops, to where you can shift your gun off to the side, cant it, if you say.
I do believe so, yes. All right. So we're getting close on time here. So some of this stuff we might save for next week, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So next week, just to give you guys a preview of what we're gonna have going on, we're going to obviously cover the UFC picks. See how we did. We kind of went head to head on some picks there. Mark kind of got thrown into that one. He doesn't watch UFC. He's not aware of who they are. He just kind of went off of what I said. So we'll see how we did. And then we also are going to be reacting to some funny clips and gaming moments. And then real quick, just to talk about something that we have planned for the future. No, we do plan on eventually doing some type of giveaways. Then something way later down the line, something that we want to bring out is we want you guys to bring your designs to us, and then we will react to those on the podcast, and then we will pick 1 to 3 whenever we do that, and we will add them to the new website when that is fully launched. But
I'm
other
excited
than
for
that, me too. Yeah, I think that'll be really cool. And then that could lead into some of the giveaway stuff. More on that to come. Just stay tuned. Other than that, this has been the first episode of the 44th Parallel podcast. It's been a great time. Mark, super happy to have you here. Finally got you on the podcast. We're going to be consistent with it. We've been talking about this for forever.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that we finally bit the bullet and decided to get it done.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
Also, guys, let us know what you think about the logo. If you have any ideas for an intro or anything that you guys would like to see in the podcast, please feel free to let us know. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Obviously, Facebook and YouTube, you'll be able to go back and rewatch these episodes. So yeah, definitely give us your guys' opinions. Anything you would like to hear, anything you think we could do better, we are here for all of it. Any last words, guy?
No, I think you cover everything. It's been fun, and thanks for having me on. This is a new adventure. I'm excited for it.
This has been the 44th Parallel. Much love, everyone, and we will catch you guys next Saturday, 8 p.m. Tune in. Other than that, much love. Peace out.
See you guys.
Ooh, this is nice. Oh, you gotta give it that spit on that night.